Think you're actually in charge of your life? Be honest. Do you really think you made the executive decision to eat that second donut, stay up until 2 a.m. doom scrolling, or snap at your partner just because the dishwasher wasn't loaded the right way? We like to think we are the CEOs of our bodies, making logical choices every day. But I hate to break it to you, you are not the CEO. You're basically the unpaid intern running around with a fire extinguisher trying to keep the office from burning down. These little guys? These are your hormones. They are the invisible chemical managers that actually run the show. They decide if you're happy, hungry, sleepy, anxious, or ready to fight a bear in a Target parking lot. I've spent years geeking out on human biology, and I've seen exactly what happens when these managers go on strike. So today, we're skipping the medical textbook and just introducing you to the squad. We're going to meet the 10 vibe monsters that control your reality. We're breaking them down into 4 teams: stress, mood, fuel, and body. By the end of this video, you'll understand why you feel the way you do and how to help your management team get back on track so you can stop feeling like the intern and start acting like the boss. So, what exactly is the endocrine system? To keep it simple, think of your body as a massive global corporation. Your brain is the headquarters. But headquarters needs a way to tell the branch offices, like your stomach and heart, what the strategy is. Your endocrine system is the company's internal messaging app. It uses glands to blast out messages into your bloodstream. Think of a hormone as a priority text message. Your brain texts your adrenal glands saying, "Danger ahead!" And your adrenals text your heart saying, "Beat faster!" When the group chat is chill, you feel great. But in our modern world, that group chat is often a disaster. It's spamming all caps messages with red exclamation points at 3 a.m. To understand how to mute the drama, we need to meet the players. Let's start with the loudest group in the room. First up, Team Stress. These two are designed to keep you safe in the wild. First, meet adrenaline. This is your fight or flight hormone. It's the sprinter. When a car swerves into your lane, adrenaline slams the gas pedal. Your heart spikes, pupils dilate, and digestion pauses. It hits hard, helps you react, and, crucially, it's supposed to fade away quickly. But then you have the manager, cortisol. Cortisol is the marathon runner. Historically, this helped us survive long famines. Today, it's triggered by a stressful email, gridlock traffic, or financial anxiety. Cortisol isn't the villain. You need it to wake up in the morning. It's your body's natural espresso shot. The problem is when cortisol stays high for too long. We call this being chronically stressed. It tells your body, we are in a crisis, hold on to fat, shut down the immune system, don't sleep. If you ever feel tired but wired at night, physically exhausted but your brain is racing, that is a classic sign your cortisol rhythm is inverted. Team Stress thinks you're in danger, so they refuse to let you power down. Now, let's look at the good vibes department, Team Mood and Sleep. First, the famous one, dopamine. Dopamine is the pursuit hormone. It's the motivation molecule. It's what makes you scroll to the next video or reach for that snack. In the modern world, we get cheap dopamine constantly from screens and sugar, which can burn out our receptors, making it harder to feel motivated for real tasks. Next is serotonin. If dopamine is the excitement of the chase, serotonin is the satisfaction of the arrival. It stabilizes your mood. Wild fact, about 90% of your serotonin is produced in your gut. If your digestion is off, it can literally block your ability to feel happy and stable. Third member, oxytocin, the love drug. This releases when you hug someone, pet a dog, or have a trusting conversation. It acts as a natural counterbalance to stress. High oxytocin can actually force cortisol levels down. And finally, the manager of the night shift, melatonin. Melatonin isn't a sleeping pill. It's the dimmer switch for your entire brain. It signals to your body that it is time to wind down. Here is the catch. Melatonin is shy. It only comes out in the dark. Blue light from your phone mimics the sun, so if you're scrolling at midnight, you are screaming at your brain that it's noon, confusing this little guy and preventing deep restoration. Okay, let's talk energy. Why do you crash at 3 p.m. or get hangry? That's team fuel. The captain is insulin. Insulin is a storage hormone. When you eat carbs, blood sugar goes up. Insulin is the key that unlocks your cells to let that energy in. If we constantly flood the system with sugar, the lock gets jammed, known as insulin resistance. Your body has to scream louder with more insulin to force the door open. This roller coaster is exactly why you feel brain fog and fatigue mid-afternoon. Working alongside insulin is your thyroid. Your thyroid acts like the thermostat for your body's engine. If it's underactive, the treadmill slows down. You feel sluggish, gain weight, and feel cold. If it's overactive, you feel anxious and hot. This team is super sensitive to stress. If cortisol is running wild, it tells the thyroid to hit the brakes to save energy, which is why stress can make weight management so difficult. Finally, team body. These are the sex hormones, but they do way more than reproduction. They are the builders of your vitality. Meet testosterone. Everyone needs this. It drives ambition, confidence, and muscle growth. If levels dip, often due to poor sleep or stress, you might feel a general lack of oomph or brain fog. And estrogen. Estrogen protects the brain, joints, and heart. For women especially, when estrogen drops, serotonin often drops with it, which explains mood dips before a cycle. Remember the hierarchy. Survival comes first. When team stress is screaming about a bear, the body shuts down team body. Biological logic says, why build muscle if we are running for our lives? So that's the crew, the 10 invisible roommates running your life. Here is the big takeaway. None of these hormones work alone. They are all taking in that internal group chat. If you don't sleep, cortisol goes up. If cortisol goes up, insulin gets wonky. If insulin crashes, your thyroid slows down. It's a domino effect. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to support the team. Get sunlight for serotonin, prioritize sleep for melatonin, and hug a friend for oxytocin. I want you to be honest in the comments. Which team is struggling the most for you? Team stress? Team sleep? Drop a comment below. I read them all. And to keep your internal group chat happy, hit that subscribe button. Stay healthy, stay chill. I'll see you in the next one. This video is for educational purposes only and is not intended to diagnose, treat, or replace professional medical advice. If you have any health concerns, please consult your healthcare provider.